Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Friday, guys! I want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as seasoned. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Friday, guys! So, guys, I want to chat with you all about a fun topic. It's Friday, so let's have some light fun, at least compared to my other topics. So, I've been chatting with several individuals within the last couple of weeks about this topic. It keeps coming up. So I figured I'd jump on and make a recording about it. And that is how important is attraction for women as well as dating, the pros and cons of dating outside of your age range, let it be younger or older. All right, so let's start with is attraction important to women? And ladies, I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section about your experiences. Guys, I'm not excluding you. It's just that the conversations were with women who emailed me or texted me about this. So you're not excluded. You're included as well. So, all right. Different perspectives here. Again, I think at this point we know that most men, or a lot of men, I should say, are visual. I think again, men are wired differently, so it's kind of more detail, if you will. I don't know. Where there's a misconception that women don't have to be attracted to the guy as long as he has money or status or whatever the case may be. My opinion, that's not true. Attraction does matter. However, what is attraction for you, right? Again, from different perspectives. You have women who, and actually have a friend like this, like, goodness gracious. The guy don't have to have anything going for himself. Like, he can be on his mom's couch since 1922 and he's still on his mom's couch. Never had a job since 1922. He's still on the couch, but he's fine. I mean, real fine. And that does it for her. And that's looks only. I ain't got time for that, right? But do your thing, right? Then, you have women who feels as if they may not have an initial attraction, but if the guy stays around long enough, maybe something can develop over time. I've heard situations where this has happened, but I've also heard situations where that attraction never developed. She ended up cheating on him because she was turned off because it never developed. And then you have individuals such as myself who, I'm just being honest here, I'm not a look person, right? I'm not saying that the person have to look like a toad, but I'm not a person who's wrapped around the physical looks, like, meaning he has to be handsome, right? He could listen. Well, never mind. I like intelligence. First and foremost, I like God-fearing men. Again, that doesn't mean churchy, holy, right? I like God-fearing men. I love intelligent men. I love comedic personalities because as serious as you guys think I am, I love to laugh. I love comedic personalities, but at the same time, he knows how to switch that button off when it's time to be serious, right? I love deep thinkers. I love like that traditional, which is so rare, traditional mindset, things like that. So I'm intrigued more so less by that versus he has to be handsome. I can do without handsome, right? If there's some other things in place. So you see, it's almost like attraction is important to us, but it's not, because for the most part, I think with men, it's all physical, right? All. Like all. She don't have to have, she can have a bird brain, right? But if she fine, and again, this is not all men because I'm in a very disciplined in this area. They have so much to lose, so it doesn't matter how fine she is. If she ain't got nothing else, he ain't got time. So it's not all men, but I'm trying to make a point when when I'm speaking about how visual they are. I think it's just all beauty, right? Beauty and body. It's fine. Just make sure her spirit matches. That's all I'm saying. Where with women, it doesn't have to be always looks, but she's attracted to something. Something does it for her. So if you meet an individual and you just don't have that spark, and I'm not really speaking about chemistry, if you will, but there needs to be some type of an attraction. Let it be looks for some women. Let it be just that spark, because of the great deep thinker, the conversation. He's wise, he's intelligent. That spark there, or just spark because, well, the other one is not even a spark. You just gonna try to make it happen because they say you need a man by 25. So this man, you don't have zero attraction towards anything with this particular man, but you just gonna marry him and just make him a husband, honey, so you can have a happy family for Instagram. So, oh, I left one out. I think this is probably the most powerful one. Personally, I believe when God ordains people to be into your life, right? When those spirits collide, regardless if the person is physically your type for some women or whatever, regardless of if they're your type, if God's ordains it, and once those spirits collide, they automatically become your type. It's just supernatural. It's supernatural. And it doesn't mean that you are unattracted to the person, but it's almost like they could have walked by you in the grocery store, right? Or you could have seen them in the club, wherever you were. And you could have acknowledged like, oh, well, she's beautiful or he's handsome. And you may have not even thought about it like that. You just saw them and it is what it is, right? So you would not have picked them out of the lineup yourself. But when the spirits collide, there's an automatic attraction that, in my opinion, will outweigh any of the other attractions. When God connects spirits, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. You can't even see past the person when God connects the spirit. All right, so that's my opinion. Yes, for the most part, attraction matters. It's just to what depth of attraction, where I think women are again willing to compromise more on some things in which men are not. But it gotta be, you gotta give us something to work with, right? Something to work with. Because again, I think it's very unfair to tie up a man, right? All because in your mind, well, I just want a man, so I'm just gonna try to force something. And then a year down the line, you cheat on him or you don't want him anymore and you break his heart when you knew all along, that something just didn't do it for you. And now what happens? You got damaged men out here who thinking that all women are like you because you couldn't free the brother and just throw him back in the pond because he didn't do it for you. I've done that, honestly. Great guys, too, in particular I'm thinking about. Great guys, one extremely successful, trying to lock your girl down, but just didn't do it for me. Had nothing to do with looks, because in fact, one of them would be considered to be, the very successful one, would have been considered to be definitely not GQ model, if you will, but very physically attractive, right? The other one, not so much physically GQ, but he wasn't a toad either, but he did have some great qualities. But again, that spiritual connection, that connection where you just know that God put something together, wasn't there. So, okay, it's cool to date, right? Dating is fun. There's nothing wrong with dating. But when you're talking about like trying to make life partners or spend your life with individuals that you just know is not from God. You don't have that thing to tell you this is something God is connecting. You have to be careful with it. So that's my thoughts on that. Yes, attraction matters to some women, but but what the attraction meter goes off is different versus just physical only, like I think with some men. And I know some men like intelligent women as well, but I'm speaking about majority. All right. And if I'm wrong, guys, check your girl. Get me straight in the comment section, right? Next. The pros and cons of dating younger and older men. And this is kind of fresh in my spirit because I was conversing with someone last night about this, who's dating younger. So, okay, let me tell you one thing that I think is unfair that what some women do. And I actually have a family member, a family member who, matter of fact, she got a whole baby by him, honey, and she's probably losing her edges, right? Okay, so I think it's unfair for people, man and woman, but I'm speaking about women right now, to date someone who's extremely younger and almost like you want to turn somebody who's 22 because you not fell in love and caught feelings or whatever you got going on. Now that that new exciting couple of first dates, if you will, is over, now you're annoyed because they're immature. So okay, sir. So you're 94. You're 94. You don't experience life, which brings experiences, which brings wisdom, etc., etc. You done went through your whole life. You're now 94 years old, and you're mad because the 22-year-old won't stop twerking on Instagram. You're mad because when she cooked, the food is half raw. You're mad because she can't have an intelligent conversation. You're mad because she only wants your money. Seriously? Seriously, okay? So when you choose to go younger, men or women, you need to have some patience, because it's almost unfair that you want people to skip a portion of life and all of a sudden gets to a mature stage. You've experienced that. You've experienced that. They need to experience that, right? So you got to have some patience, because now you got to teach, you got to shape, you got to mold. And can it be done? Maybe so. I'm sure it can be done, but to what cost? Your peace? But I think it's almost unfair, right? When people don't have patience and just like, you just need to man up. He's 21. You need to man up and you need to know how to be a husband. He's 21. What do you mean? How unfair are you? What were you doing at 21? Let this man get some years off of his life, and just grow and just let him become a man. You can't make him a man. He got to go through some experiences, right? Now, on the flip side, because remember, I'm hitting it from different perspective. There are some very young guys out here. I've experienced one, right? No time soon, I'm just saying. I've experienced one. Though some young guys, it is not in my opinion, it's not like a large group percentage, but there's some young guys out here who've been raised by grandparents. They have like that real old soul. Like at 18, they knew they wanted to get married and have a family by 21. Like they were really raised from that rooted traditional granddaddy and grandmama household, and some traditional values were set in them. Granted, they're still going to miss a lot of things because they still have to go through life themselves, get that experience, etc., etc. But I'm speaking on like the mindset of being faithful or just really wanting to do the right thing in relationships. I'm speaking from that point of view, not from he should know how to change a whole engine, at 21. Just saying. That was petty. Okay, on the flip side, dating much more mature. Now this is my category, right? Young guys, don't y'all email me no more. I'm telling you, right? I'm saying, I'm saying that because somebody really got like in their feelings. I love all men, young, old, every race, right? I love everybody. But with older men, and again, now we're also speaking about more of a larger gap versus, 5 years or whatever. We're talking about a larger gap, younger or older. With older men, what I like about older men is that they tend to be more patient, because remember, life have already kind of chilled out for them. They've had an experience or know how to really deal with you, right? I need a patient man because I'm a live wire, and sometimes I just need somebody to kind of check me, not check me, right? But because I be in my own zone, if you will, and I don't even realize it sometimes. But you have that patience to understand, like, Okay. She's just Kizzy. But let me go ahead and just, tap her on the shoulder right quick. Right. But I like older men because older men tend to be more patient. Older men tend to, some have that more traditional mindset. Some, it's not common nowadays, sadly. Because you got some older men out here, honey, who's acting like the 21-year-old. Seriously. Like you gotta raise an older man. Nobody got time for that nonsense, honey. Um, I like older men because they just have that life experience, right? They got that wisdom, that knowledge, right? So they can have that intelligent conversation. You try to sit down and have an intelligent conversation with a 21-year-old. I mean, how often would that really, really happen? I'm sure it's out there, but how often would that happen? All right, so those are like I guess the cons, right? Are the pros. I don't know. Let's go back to the younger. Okay, the pros. I'm sure when you're the pros. I'm sure. Lord, please help me to try to navigate this and articulate this properly. They got not by energy, right? Okay, young guys got not. Some young guys have nothing but energy. They're young, right? Where some women are very um some women just like young guys because they have more energy, more stamina, right? um as well as she may not so much go through a midlife crisis, or maybe, if you will, I don't know, or she may have had, she may, let's just say she's been in the marriage for 30 years, let's just say, and then maybe her husband has some issues within the bedroom, or he just couldn't keep up with her anymore because women go, certain age, men start slowing down, we start picking up. So maybe she dealt with ed for 30 years, and now they're divorced for whatever reason, something different, and she's just like, listen, I got to get time to catch up with herself. Let me go find me a little young something, 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 right? That could be her mindset. Same thing with men who go through midlife crisis and feel like, well, if I go get something younger, that's going to make me feel younger. Well, some women can have that mindset too, right? So from the fleshly standpoint, maybe he can keep up with her. He can please her if that's her thing, Also, I guess a woman will feel as if she can shape and mold him, right? Just like men. Women like to say that all the time. Well, men only want young women because he can shape and mold her, and she's going to tolerate his mess. Same thing, right? Because there are a lot of younger guys who like seasoned women for different reasons, right? Different reasons. Usher is one of them. There are a lot. I don't know where that came from. There are a lot of reasons. But also, if you have women who've been battered in marriages or relationships and always dominated and told what they can't do, she may now want that freedom. And with younger guys, some younger guys, you kind of got freedom just to kind of run circles around him, right? So it's fun. It's light, it's stamina, but on the flip side, your windows are going to get bust out. Let me just tell you, right? Because you done mess around and now this dude done fell in love, right? You 57 and he 22, right? And you done already, like, this dude done fell in love. You done turned him out, whole 9 yards, and now all of a sudden you decide like he don't have common sense. Well, ma'am, he's 22. You're 57, right? So it's like he don't have common sense. He don't know how to be a man. He don't know how to be a husband. And I'm just going to leave him. Honey, not before your windows are... not before your windows are busted. Listen here. He going to bust those windows. He going to flat your tire. Right. So at what cost? And again, younger guys. This is not all men. Also, with younger men, they may not have a whole lot of experience yet when it comes down to working really holding down a job just yet. They want you to buy them Jordans. They want some PlayStations. They want some Xboxes. They want some Nintendos. Some they want the new iPhone that comes out every. So you gotta have two jobs, sis, right? Because you got a whole another son up in your household. I ain't got time for that. I want the ones I got to rub them knees with some Bengay, honey. Like, listen, he ain't got time to be making no new babies because he done did. He is tired. He want to go to bed by 9 p.m., honey. All he want me to do is bring his breakfast in the bed. Listen. I ain't got time for that foolishness. I just ain't got time. I'm too busy. I'm too stressed to be trying to raise somebody grown son. I ain't got time. But if that's your thing, do your thing. But you got to train him because at that age, social media done raised him. So you crying about date nights. You crying about all he want to do is text. Well, I like to text. So I'm in that category. All he want to do is text. All he want to do is take you to McDonald's. I don't. Social media raised him. He's 22. Social media raised him. It's not his fault. And now you mad with him. You didn't want to cook for him because he don't know how to be a man. Right? You come home, the house still a mess. He don't know how to change a light bulb, and now you're emasculating him. See, that's the problem now. You're not even the man. You're not even the man. You want to be so grown and you don't even have a job. Ma'am, that's your son. Please stop the foolishness. Right. Okay. So there's pros and cons, to all, like I said, even with older men, things, I leave that alone. Okay. So I think it's just each to his own. It's just each to his own. Whatever works for you. I think, again, it's just where you are in seasons in your life. This is why I don't try to judge anybody who may, let's just say somebody is dating somebody very younger. Let's say a guy is, I don't know, he's 60 and he's dating somebody who's 25. I'll just say that, right? Where some people will look at it like, oh, he's a pervert, right? And I get it. I get that side too. But because I'm a perspective thinker, I get it that may not even be truly what he wants, but he's doing that because of his own insecurities. He might be dealing with some ED, going through a midlife crisis, feeling like he's old. So if I get me a little, a little very, very, a little young thing, pretty young thing, that's going to make me feel like a man again and all that stuff. I'm going to feel young again, all that stuff. So it's not so much people are just doing things to be perverted. You have to also understand from a different angle. At different seasons you require different things. So if you're at a season in your life where God truly have you molded in your purpose and your calling, you ain't got time to really be dealing with somebody that you have to train and raise. That's a whole job by itself. You need somebody with some experiences. Same thing with men. Some of you guys who are in your vision, you're building some really great things, and you're in a season now where you may have gotten it wrong at the first time, let it be a relationship or marriage, but now you're single, you're divorced, but you're really doing great with your purpose and your calling now, and you're getting your footing, and you acknowledge that you didn't do things right the first time. Listen, the type of chick that you bring in your life needs to have some wisdom and some substance if you're moving in your purpose and your calling. So again, pretty is fine. That's cool. But what substance does she have? Because now you want to just pick out because she's pretty, and now you want her to get behind your vision or really help you, and this girl can't count to 5, and now you're mad. You're mad. Like, I ain't got time for this. I need me a grown woman with a head on her shoulder. Sir, she is 19. Let her get some experience under her belt before you start trying to judge or change her. If you want to have fun, just have fun. See, that's the whole thing right there. If you want to have fun, then just have fun. Just have fun. But stop trying to put titles on people. Stop trying to and when you see them catching feelings, it's your responsibility to pull away because they're going to catch feelings. So it's almost unfair for people to, I got to go, y'all. I gotta go. This has been fun. You guys have a great day. I may make another recording this weekend. Oh, I'm going to be doing a question and answer recording sometime this weekend. Maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow. So if you have any type of questions you want me to answer, I won't call your name, but if there's something you want me to speak about, email me at rockkizzy18@gmail.com. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.